ho, ho, ho! Welcome, listeners. Come in and know me better, man. You have never seen the like of me before, I'll warrant. And not just because of the tusks. Yes, it's me, Mr. Christmas, the jolly old festive beast who swims up into your house through your toilet pipes every Christmas Eve to plaster your place with the things I think you deserve. But I am not the first of my kind. There have been over 2,000 of my brothers before me, and I ate every single one of them. Now, just like every other Christmastide, as tradition demands, I have taken over the airwaves here at Crowley Time with him, Tom Crowley, to spread cheer, wisdom, and a non-specific meaty smell. And why am I so magnanimous as to do so? Because Tom Crowley, your usual host, is too busy to do his regular presenting duties. He's run absolutely ragged, making all the toys and knickknacks and sugared fruit candies for all the good children all over the world. Tom! How are you getting on there?
Just finished, Your Holiness. There. 2 billion fidget spinners.
You idiot! Fidget spinners are so 2016. Don't you know what the children of the modern day want?
No, my liege. Please enlighten me.
They want nice wooden choo-choo trains with little red chimney pots, of course, just like always. Now go make 2 billion of them. You've got 6 minutes.
Oh, yes, sir.
He's a good lad. Now, as this is the 5th year that I've been transmitting to you through the Crowley Time feed, yes, I know, 5 years. Who'd have thought? I thought it was time to give you the chance to get to know the grotesque old elf behind the holiday. So I've hosted my very own A.M.A, which stands for Ask Monsters Anything. And you were positively bursting with questions for this jolly and jolly upsetting old creature. So now, as a last treat before we close down for the year, I'm going to reach into my big sack o' curiosities and do my best to answer whatever it is you've asked. Here we go. Now, these have all been sent in on Twitter. Yes, I still call it Twitter, because I'll have all my limbs chopped off and be strung up on a gibbet with my bollocks stuffed up my nose before I do what Elon Musk tells me. Anyway, this first one is from Louise Robb, who says, when will the cowards at Big TV bring back Noel's Christmas presents to cheer us up on Christmas Day morn? And how do you spend those first few hours of the big day in this Edmund's-less world? Now, Louise, I'm not always quite up to speed with the popular culture of the human world, because I'm not human, of course. I'm the physical manifestation of an annual tradition, given flesh by your love for your fellow human beings, your misplaced nostalgia, and your fear. But if I understand it correctly, Noel Edmonds is a sort of self-appointed prophet who worships the random and arbitrary nature of creation, taunting the layman with his boxes of riches and consorting with his pagan god, the banker, via shrouded communion through an old-fashioned telephone. The priest, the fool, the virgin, all in one. And next year, if his heathen caperings fail, and the boxes of chance bear no fruit, no one but the king of Crinkly Bottom himself will do as sacrifice. But as I say, I'm no expert. I do like that Mr. Blobby, though. Blobby, 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 ha ha ha! Now that's funny. As for Christmas morning, after flying around the world all night, I'm usually absolutely fucked, and I'll generally do a quick vodka shot with Tom and the elves to mark the occasion, then go to sleep for 4 days. The next question is from Gemma Arrowsmith. That name sounds familiar. In fact, Yes, I believe she was a guest on this very program not long ago. Yes, Gemma Arrowsmith from episode 28 of Crowley Time. Hello, Gemma. And as well as that, she's a very important figure this December, listeners, because she is actually in this year's Doctor Who Christmas special. Wow! So be sure to tune in for that. Gemma asks, what's the true meaning of Christmas? Also, is it true you have two lists, but they're both naughty lists? Well, Gemma, in the first case, the true meaning of Christmas is material gain. Okay? In the second place, no, this is a scurrilous rumour that has plagued me for some time now. I have a nice list and a naughty list, and the children's places on these are judged very carefully and very fairly. It's not for nothing that I work little Tom Crowley's fingers to the bone every year, making all the pretty gifts for all the good children of the world, and all the teddy bear-shaped sacks full of nettles and drawing pins for the naughty ones. I take this apportioning of blame and reward very seriously, and I try my very best. It's not my fault if sometimes the bags get mixed up. It's Tom's fault. Tom!
Yes, your worship.
Are you making sure to separate the nice and naughty deliveries?
Yes, sir. But do we have to store both of them in totally identical brown Hessian sacks?
It's tradition! You want me to rock up with an Adidas bag like some sort of spiv? And lift from the knees, you'll hurt yourself.
Yes, sir.
Next we have this short and sweet offering from Max Kreisky. He asks, what is the ideal toy and why? Well, Max, this one's easy. Nice wooden choo-choo train, little red chimney pot. And why? Because who has not themselves dreamed of being a clever little train driver, with his smart uniform and his stylish and comfortable hat, stopping at all the stations? People get off, people get on, people visiting friends, visiting families, a simple day out in town, or the most important journey of their lives. Everyone gets to ride down on the choo-choo just the same. No moral judgment. No flying reindeer fighting with each kick of their hooves against the laws of nature. Just puffing along, choo-choo-choo, on nice sturdy straight rails, travelling on the ground, like God intended. Our final question comes from Purple Strawberry, who says, my spouse drank all of our Baileys and then accidentally blocked our U-bend with a rather stale Yule log. Well, they're not the first. So, they are on the naughty list. Can you please pelt them with coal? But will you still be able to visit me? I'm sure I'm on the nice list, and I really want a panini press. Purple, you are opening up a very hefty can, absolutely bursting with worms here. The naughty and nice lists are kept absolutely secret until the moment of present delivery, for good reason. In the past, I would occasionally let slip a little hint as to who could stand to do better in the months leading up to Christmas and who was pretty much safe on the nice list already, and it only ever led to trouble. I had people coming to my workshop in the North Pole and trying to bribe me or threaten me into bumping them up from naughty to nice. I remember Suella Braverman a couple of years ago. She turned up hammering on the door. A draft of the list got leaked on some cabinet WhatsApp group somewhere. So anyway, there she is, demanding to know why she was deemed to be naughty. So I say, well, just think about it for 5 seconds, mate. She comes back with, don't get fresh with me, Tubbo. I'll have you on a plane to Rwanda so fast your baubles will spin. I reply, I'd be the first you manage then, sunshine. So she changes strategy. She says, you look like a quality manufacturer. How would you like a government contract to outfit offshore refugee prison camps? I say I'm not interested. She gets violent. The whole thing just becomes very ugly. Funnily enough, I actually had to have her deported from the North Pole. So, there's irony for you. And on the other side of the coin, I was having a drink with the lovely Paul Rudd not long ago. We were a couple of daiquiris deep. He comes over all sly. Hey, Kringle, are we all good? I say he's got nothing to worry about, and he looks all smug. And ever since then, all I'm hearing about him is he's chucking shopping trolleys in the river, letting his dog crap on his neighbour's front garden, Javier Bardem, by the way, and slipping the odd Satsuma into his pocket when he's going round the supermarket. And while I've now put a ban on spilling the list beans under any circumstances, let's just say that after his little spree, Paul Rudd might have a little surprise when he finds what's under his tree on Christmas morning. And I'm not just talking about a revenge crap from Bardem. So, Purple, if you really want that panini press, all I can say is keep your nose clean, kiddo. But it was a good idea to get this edict out there publicly, so to thank you for providing me the opportunity, I'm naming you the very special seasonal Letter of the Episode! A free digital copy of Tom's Crowley Time album discount bin will be winging its way to you shortly. Congratulations and Merry Bastard Christmas! Material gain, see, Gemma? And that's all the answering this monster's got time for this year. Tom!
Yes?
Have you made those 2 billion choo-choo trains yet?
I think so. It's hard to see. My hands are bleeding and some of it went in my eyes.
Well, good enough. Well done, Tom. I will only whip you a very small amount. Now, we'd better get going. I've got to get the reindeer all lashed securely to the sleigh, not to mention hopped up on sugar cubes so we can finish our rounds on time. Every single one of them. Dasher and Ngwengwe and Keith and... Oh dear. It's looking awfully foggy out there tonight. I don't know if we'll be able to find our way to all the little children's houses in that pea super. Unless... Tom!
Yes?
The weather's so broody and gloomy up there this Christmas Eve, and I'm not sure we'll be able to find our way. Would you ride at the head of the reindeer pack and light our way using your shiny red nose?
Oh, well, I'd love to, Your Honor, but I don't have a shiny red nose. Until I've had my 6 or 7 festive Christmas brandies, that is. And even that's just a silly joke I just made, not a basis for reliable navigation.
Well then, tell you what, I'll tie you to Keith and you can show us the way on your Google Maps.
But it's so cold up there, and Keith's been acting quite fractious lately.
No time for belly aching, Tom. There are a lot of good little kiddies out there who need to be rewarded, and a lot of bad ones who need to be punished. So just go limp and I'll strap you right in. No sudden movements.
No, I'm only in my overalls. No, I won't be able to hold on to my phone. Oh, Christ, it's snowing.
One last time before we go, listeners. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you, and we'll see you in 2024. Come along, Tom. Chocks away.
Oh, God, my hands, my poor hands. No.